Hi, welcome to Yogilachi. I'm Stefana, the founder. I would like to show you a few of the basics, what I call the foundations to success. And this isn't just for fitness, because I really don't believe that our exercise and our health and fitness should be sequestered to the gym or to a fitness studio. What I really like to encourage you to understand is that the way we move our bodies in everyday life have more to do with how we work in the studio here at Yogilachi. Because what you learn at Yogilachi and how we move our bodies, you want to go out and apply in the real world. That's why we really focus on functional fitness. And the beginning of what we start most of our work with, whether we are working with small group classes or our private clients or semi-private groups, is we talk about the fundamentals. And we look at assessments. Assessments are more than just the numbers of the measurements of your waist and your hips and your thighs and the weight on the scale. It's actually how you're moving your body, what your range of motion is, what your alignment is like. And so I'm going to talk to you about that in our first lesson. You're going to see this is the first of 6 videos. The first one that we're actually going to focus on are the guidelines that you'll probably see repeated in all of our classes and all of our sessions, because the words that I use are basics. These are the foundation. They are what we will always be using, but it takes some time to learn them. So it's like learning a new language. Our brain is going to learn our body again and relearn how the body and the muscles actually move. So the first thing I'm going to show you is a wall exercise. We're going to go over to the wall, and I like starting with a wall check because it gives us feedback. So we have some physical feedback that tells us whether our body is standing up straight. So if I'm just standing with nothing against my wall, I can't really tell if my head is in alignment. But the moment we come over to the wall and we put our heels all the way up against that wall, and then the next placement is probably going to be your bottom. Maybe your calves could touch, depending on what your anatomical form is. From there, there's a natural arch. That's an anterior arch. Most human beings that don't have anatomical issues have a natural anterior arch. Arches are not a bad thing. So this idea of having to flatten your back, that's an incorrect idea. You want to have a natural curve in your low back, and then you have a natural curve that comes back out at your lumbar and sacrum. And of course, we have our thoracic arch that comes into, it's a posterior arch, back into that anterior arch of the cervical spine. Okay, so I want you to understand this and get the simplicity of this, even though I'm saying maybe some words that I don't really want to think about that. I want you to understand this about yourself. You'll feel more empowered, I think, that way if you fully understand that your body's this magnificent machine. And I think we've taken it for granted for a very long time in just going to the gym and getting our crunches in and getting our bicep curls in, or riding on the bike or taking some fitness class, and not understanding that we need to move our muscles in a correct way. So everything that Yogilachi does is about alignment, and we start with this wall check. I love doing this every day. Even though I've been teaching it and I know about it, having this actual physical proprioceptive feedback to let me know where my body is gets me to understand, oh, where's my alignment? And already I feel better. So what we're doing is having the body completely aligned, straight wall, and the thumbs are facing forward. So if the thumbs face inward, that's going to pull on those shoulders, and we're going to get this kyphosis arch. So we're going to drop those shoulders back and down, retract in the scapula, which we'll go over again in lesson 2, but we're just focusing right now on this alignment, of this nice tall alignment where the back of the head is against the wall, and we're leading from the crown of the head, not the top of the head. So the difference is, if we're looking up from the top of our head, we've just put some pressure on our cervical spine. So we want to lead from the crown of the head, the back of the head touches that wall. We're tucking the chin just slightly, not to put pressure on the glands here, but to lengthen and to release that cervical spine. So that's our form. And if you're able to walk away from the wall, keeping that form in, not like Frankenstein, but naturally, and I can guarantee you're going to grow taller. So that's the basics for level 1.